Watch the Mega Millions drawing live tonight here on TV23. Covering the High Plains with news, weather, and information. From TV23 Studios in Sublette, this is High Plains Today.
Hi, everybody. It is Tuesday, March 22nd, 2016. Welcome to the show, High Plains Today, right here on TV23. On today's show, I'll be joined by Mr. Bobby Cunningham. He is the pastor of Seeds of Hope Church here in Sublette, and he is on the board of directors for the Sublette Chamber of Commerce. They got a big event coming up in May, and we're going to talk about it, and we're going to let you know what it's all about. In the meantime, let's take a look at some happenings. Well, Seward County Community College is offering a concealed carry class on Saturday, April 9th from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. Now, this course is for Kansas citizens seeking licensure to carry a concealed firearm and be recognized by 36 other states outside of Kansas. Now, emphasized within this safety training are the legal elements of force and personal liability protection. Now, the cost for the course is $100. Participants will need to furnish their own handgun and 50 rounds of ammunition, along with safety glasses and hearing protection. Now, registration is required and open seats are still available. To register or for more information, all you got to do is contact Joy Fosdek with the Business and Industry Office at Seward County Community College. Well, the National Transportation Safety Board officials say they have evidence showing a feed truck damaged a section of railroad track, resulting in last week's derailment of an Amtrak passenger train near Cimarron. Now, NTSB spokesman Chris O'Neill said a two-axle feed truck owned by Cimarron Crossing Feeders hit and shifted the train track tiers 12 to 14 inches, causing the misalignment of the tracks. O'Neill said fresh tire tracks near the railroad bed have been matched to the truck belonging to Cimarron Crossing. He said investigators collected other evidence at the scene of the accident that led them back to the truck, but declined to say what they were. And 4 law enforcement agencies had contact with Cedric Ford in the days leading up to the February 25th when he opened fire inside XL Industries in Heston. Now, during those 17 days, any of the agencies could have arrested and jailed Ford on an outstanding domestic violence warrant. Now, 2 of the agencies, the Wichita Police and the Sedgwick County Sheriff's Office, spoke with Ford by phone. The other 2, the Heston Police Department and the Harvey County Sheriff's Office, met with Ford in person to serve him court paperwork, notifying him that a Wichita woman was seeking a protection from abuse order against him for an alleged attack. Now, most of the agencies say they didn't know about the outstanding domestic violence warrant, which is for a misdemeanor crime. Well, the sorghum industry groups and Kansas State University are working to expand sorghum productivity and markets by 2025. Beginning April 1st, the Sorghum Checkoff, Kansas Grain Sorghum Commission, and K-State will enter into a cooperative agreement called the Collaborative Sorghum Investment Program, which will be operated through the Center for Sorghum Improvement at K-State. However, results will impact sorghum producers throughout the country. Collaborators have been working more than a year on the project. The program will serve as a platform aimed at reaching the Sorghum Checkoff's mission of investing checkoff dollars to increase producer profitability and enhance the sorghum industry. And Kansas legislators serving from the Topeka area pointed out Saturday to fresh evidence the administration of Governor Sam Brownback may sell high-value real estate to help keep state government afloat and move closer to a philosophical goal of exiting the landlord business. A bill alive in the Senate Budget Committee would establish rules for hiring a private company to identify and market surplus government property, including state hospitals for the mentally ill and developmentally disabled, in deals that would have to be approved no later than November 1st by the Kansas Department of Administration. Instead of following Kansas law, sending a majority of the money from surplus property sales to the beleaguered state pension system, most receipts from these transactions would go to the severely depleted state treasury. And that's a look at some of the happenings. Hey, we got a cool down coming up after today. Stick around, we'll be back with the weather after this.
You're watching High Plains Today on TV23 with host Chris Jewell. TV23's internet service and 4G live streaming provided by United Wireless. Coverage you deserve. Service you expect. United Wireless.
Hi, I'm Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs at noon weekdays right here on TV23. Hey, do you think you have an idea for something that would make a great segment? Somebody that would make a great interview? What about a community event that needs highlighting? Let us know here at the station. Email us news@kdgltv.com.
You want to feel connected, informed, included, inspired. So when important things happen, we're here. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. On every screen in your life. We are broadcasters. Always here for you. Wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm home. This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
Now, the local weather forecast for the High Plains.
And that is lots of clouds. Now, the sun's trying to peek through all this mess, but there's a lot of clouds out there. Let's take a look at our readings here at the station. Right now it's 69 degrees and it's going to go higher. Relative humidity 25%. Winds are out of the west-southwest at only 11. Trust me, those are going to pick up. And the barometric pressure is falling. As we look at the current temps around the region, everybody in the 60s and 70s except for Hayes. They're still pretty cool at 57. They're not going to warm up quite as much as we are today. Looking at our current dew points around the region, everybody in the 20s and just barely into the 30s, except for Medicine Lodge. They have a little higher humidity over there. Their dew point is 37. Looking at the current wind speeds, everybody in the northern part is in the teens, and well, you got 7 in Garden City and Hayes, but the wind is starting to pick up down here into the southwest part of the viewing area, and they're going to go up. Looking at our highs and lows, as recorded at the Garden City Regional Airport yesterday, we had a high of 86 back in 1995. 27 was our overnight low. 5 back in 1989. Yep, there's still a lot of zeros over here in the precipitation bucket. Looking at our forecast for today, 85 is going to be the high. Winds are going to be out of the west-southwest at 15, picking up into the 20s, could be gusting up into the 30s by this afternoon. Tonight, though, it's not going to be too bad temperature-wise. 42 degrees, partly cloudy. Winds are still going to be pretty high at 18, gusting up to 30 tonight. And then for tomorrow, this is mainly in the afternoon. We do have a 30% chance of precipitation. 56 is the high tomorrow. We're going to have a 30-degree difference between today and tomorrow. Now, look at this. Winds at the west-southwest at 23. They're going to shift around later in the day. We got a big cold front sliding in from the north. North at 37, gusting to 55. That's right. 55. It's going to be a red flag warning day. And then carrying into tomorrow night, 20% chance of precipitation. Our low is only going to be 27. Winds are still not going to lay down, though. They're going to be north-northwest at almost 40 miles an hour, gusting up to 55 still going into tomorrow night. Then later, as we get closer to midnight, they'll drop down back into the 20s. Looking at our 7-day, you can see we're going almost a 30-degree difference between today and tomorrow. We do have that 30% chance of precipitation. Rolling on into the weekend, 30% chance on Saturday night carrying into Easter Sunday. We're looking at the 50s over the weekend, but we're going to start climbing back into the 60s. Let's hope we get some of that precipitation here in southwest Kansas. And let's take a look at our storm spotter training. Tonight, they'll be at the Community Center in Greensburg. Tomorrow at the King Center in Jetmore. On Thursday, they'll be at the Civic Center out in Elkhart. Then starting next week, they'll be at the fire station in La Crosse, the courthouse in Ness City, the 4-H building in Kinsley, and at the Activity Center in Liberal. That's a look at our weather. We'll be back with the markets and Mr. Bobby Cunningham after this.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm home. People are people around here. That's how it is. It's so clear. Letting it show. I've been around the world, only to find what I already know. This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah. This is the place.
Now the big guy comes up to bat, hitting .342 with 92 RBIs and 36 homers.
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
And welcome back. I'm joined by Mr. Bobby Cunningham. He is the pastor of Seeds of Hope Church here in Sublette, as well as a board member on the Sublette Chamber of Commerce. Did I get all that right?
I think so.
You have a big title. Yeah, well, there's no way if you had a jersey, I'm getting that on the back of a jersey.
Yes, that is entirely true. I'm not sure that could happen.
Good to see you today.
Good to be here.
Thanks for coming by. Now, the Chamber has a deal coming up in the first part of May 6th.
May 6th, yes.
Okay, and it's called LeaderCast.
Yeah.
Tell me about, okay, what is the premise of LeaderCast?
Well, LeaderCast, it's basically a conference is what it is, and it's hosted out of Atlanta, Georgia. It's I think actually the world's largest one-day online leadership event, and over the entire world, there's over 100,000 people will watch this thing.
That's a lot of people.
So it's huge, and it's just incredible. It's got great speakers, incredible speakers. In the past we've actually had Laura Bush. Last year we had Peyton Manning. I mean, we've got incredible speakers. This year's lineup is no different. I mean, it's got
you've got a guy by the name of Trip Crosby, who is a comedian / YouTube guy. He posts a lot of videos. You said of "Don't be that guy."
Yeah, which if you search on YouTube for "Don't be that guy," you will laugh. I'm pretty guaranteed you'll find him.
Okay, he's kind of the MC and the leader of the deal.
Yes.
All right, but I also noticed now James Brown, he's with CBS Sports.
Yes,
he's a speaker.
yes.
Nick Saban, coach of Alabama football.
Good guy, definitely good leader for sure.
Steve Wozniak of Apple computer fame started it with Steve Jobs. I mean, he's no slouch either.
Yeah.
Plus, you've got several other guys up there. And there's some gals up there. Oh, Brian threw up a deal there with who the speakers are. So you've got quite a slate of pretty well-noted speakers from the business and world leadership type of deal, right?
Yeah, we do. And a lot of the speakers are specifically chosen this year. The theme of the conference is Architects of Tomorrow. And so it's about visionary leadership, how to create vision, how to cast vision. And a lot of these guys, they're geniuses when it comes to this. Andy Stanley, one of the speakers, he's written several books on vision casting, and it's incredible talking about, the different stages even of leadership, which they'll go into in the conference of starting off with, how to create a vision, how to think about how to create a vision. What do you want tomorrow to look like? And then the next step is, of course, you figure out, okay, well, how do you cast a vision? And that's just incredible because no matter how many times I tell you something, like I'm a pastor, so I preach a lot. It comes with the job. But how many times do I preach a sermon and nobody remembers what I said the next day? That's irritating as all get out. So not just how to have a vision, but then how to communicate that vision so that your people, and this applies, yes, to pastors, but it applies to business people as well.
Sure.
Because everybody, if you're a business leader, you want your business to go somewhere, and then you want to communicate. Here's where we want to be. Here's what we want.
So this isn't just for, say, CEO types or business leader types. This is for anybody in all walks of life. Even if you are, you run a little company and there's 2 of you or 3 of you looking at how to set up a vision, or a pastor of a church, or somebody in education, or whether you're a Boy Scout leader, right?
Yeah.
All these things.
Pretty much anybody who has a hope for something happening, changing, in regards, you know that this is the way reality is, and you want your business to look this way instead, or you want your life. You could apply it any way you want. But I think it's a very broad theme. And again, the speakers like Steve Wozniak, you want to talk about vision. The guy created the computer.
Yeah,
they
built it in a garage.
Exactly. So, and that's vision. And so I'm excited about that guy in particular because, well, I'm a tech geek. and because the concept of just, not just having a vision, but being able to figure out how to implement it.
Sure.
And how to put it into practice. That's extremely practical.
Well, and then you look at somebody like Nick Saban, sharing how he has led Alabama football through all these years of what kind of vision he's had.
Exactly. Yeah, and to become winning
where they,
as he is.
And where they've gone.
It's incredible. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So things like that. So that'd be pretty cool. Okay. So this is going to be at Seeds of Hope Church, right?
Yes.
And you can't miss it. You're right on Inman and the main drag, right in downtown Sublette. Okay, and this is going to be on May 6th, but it's going to start at what, 8 o'clock in the morning and runs till 4 in the afternoon, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And there's multiple breaks. And one thing people often would question about this is, do I really want to watch TV for that long? It doesn't feel that way, and it's incredible because we have all these breaks. And last year we had incredible food when we did it that was brought in, and then you have you have an hour-long lunch break, of which I mean, basically what we're doing is we're giving you a $10 voucher to go anywhere you want in town, and well, almost anywhere. The restaurant's on the voucher, and you'll be able to basically have a $10 lunch, and then it's incredible when you come with a team. And I did this last year, to be able to talk to your team and say, you know what, that was a great idea. How can we implement this? How can we make our business go this direction?
Plus,
it's helpful.
But during breaks too, you're going to be able to network with people that you may not know or probably won't know.
Absolutely, and some of the
stuff
contacts
there.
I even got last year just through the different companies there. We had people from Dodge City, from Greensburg. We had people from everywhere in the business realm, and just being able to not just talk to them, but also even share concepts of vision and stuff like that. It's extremely beneficial in every single way. But
okay, so this is the second year that you've done this, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so last year, how many people did you have attend last year?
Last year we had about, I think, 50, somewhere in that range. And this year we've actually already sold somewhere around 70 tickets. So we're already past that, and we have a month left to sell tickets. And what that means is we're going to be running out of tickets pretty soon. So,
well, yeah, because you said your capacity is what?
It's 100, 110 basically is where we're at. It's 110 is our capacity. So that means we have about 30, 35 tickets maybe in there. So I mean, we're running out. We're running out fast. So.
That is really. I mean, that really amazes me that you're going to double your attendance from last year in 1 year on this deal because the word is out. And what kind of program this is. That's pretty amazing.
And seriously, almost everybody, I've not heard a single negative review. Now, maybe they're just being nice. I don't think so. But I've not heard a single negative review about last year. Everybody was glowing about how awesome it was in every single way. I mean, people from Southern Pioneer were talking to us and saying that they were just desperate to come back. And, we had so many people glowing about it. And Centera Bank helped out last year, and they're helping out again this year. We've got a lot of sponsors that are doing it.
They can send, and companies with a large number of employees, you can look into this. You can send employees this year and next year, and Okay, so what's the cost?
The cost right now, if you buy tickets, and this is one reason why we maybe have sold more, is because we actually cut the price in half from last year. So last year tickets were $60 a piece, and right now you can buy them for $36.
Oh, wow.
And again, if you think about a leadership conference with high caliber leaders, really anywhere but Sublette, you cannot get it for less than $100.
You're selling Sublette short. Don't do that.
Well, I'm just saying it's awesome that we're able to do that.
Okay,
and it's not because we're small down. It's just because of the way we got it. So,
I have to give you a hard time. Okay, so Bobby, if somebody wants to get a hold of you guys, I mean, what's the best way?
Well, you can find us on Facebook. That's an easy way. Everybody should be able to do that. Sublette Leadercast is our user page name there. You can also find, if you just go to leadercast.com, you can search for us, search for a host site around this area, and we are the only host site around this area, unless you want to drive to Salina or Amarillo. Those are our other options. I don't know why you'd want to do that.
Not handy. That's not handy.
That's not handy at all. So if you go there and search for a host site, you'll find us. On Facebook, you can find us. If you go to eventbrite.com, that's where you could buy tickets. So there's multiple ways you could, but Facebook's probably the easiest. So,
okay. Cool.
Yep.
Or they can call the Sublette Chamber and go, what's this LeaderCast thing, right?
They could do that.
Absolutely. All right. Yeah. Thanks for coming by today. This is a slick deal.
I think so.
You let me know how it's going. You let me know after May 6th. If I'm not around, you need to call me or send me an email and say, man, this baby was smoking.
I will do that.
All right, Bobby, thanks for coming by today.
Absolutely.
All right.
No problem.
And stick around. We'll be back with some more after this.
You want to feel connected, informed, included, inspired. So when important things happen, we're here. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. On every screen in your life. We are broadcasters. Always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm home. This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
Lead paint poisoning affects 1 million children today. If you're pregnant or have young children and your home was built before 1978, you could be at risk. Learn how to protect your family. To find your home's danger zones, the health effects, or just to find help, log on to leadfreekids.org.
And welcome back. Hey, one day after his upstart Stephen F. Austin squad nearly knocked off Notre Dame, Brad Underwood has a new job. Now, he has been hired as Oklahoma State's new men's basketball coach. Oklahoma State made the announcement yesterday in a press release, and in 3 seasons at Stephen F. Austin, Underwood had an 89-14 record, set a program record with an 864 winning percentage. So, yeah. Hey, he was at K-State once. Now he is back in the Big 12. Let's take a look at our weather before we get out of here. Hey, it's warming up. 72 right now. Relative humidity 23%. Winds are out of the southwest at 11. Barometric pressure is falling. Remember, we're in a red flag warning. Pretty much the entire state of Kansas. 85 for a high today. We're going to drop into the 50s tomorrow for our high. Hopefully we get some precipitation going into the weekend. Climbing back into the 60s beginning of next week. Go out and make it a great Tuesday, everybody. See you back here tomorrow.
Keep up to date with the latest information from TV23 on our Facebook page, KDGL TV.
Hi, Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs weekdays at noon right here on TV23. We talk about news, we talk about sports, we talk about weather, we're even going to talk entertainment. We'll have live guests right here on set with me. So, every day at noon, tune in, High Plains Today. We'll see you then.
Weekdays here on TV23.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go